fast is subjective. Is it 1 week? Is it 3 hours? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it same day results? Right? It's specific, because that is, again, vague generalities are not convincing. This is the thing to understand. Everybody listen to me here, that even a promise, right? If it's a vague promise, vague general promises are not compelling because they're not believable. That's the thing to understand. Vague general promises, right, are not compelling because they are not believable. And so you are much better off getting specific, even if getting specific means that you have to decrease the promise. Like, like if you said, oh, it's only, it's 2 weeks, or it's, people won't lose 30 pounds in a week. They'll only lose, 7 pounds a month or something like that. You're better off getting specific, because I'd rather have a smaller promise that is believed than a bigger promise that isn't. Right? You understand that? And so you need to make sure that your promise is believed, even if it's a smaller promise. And so you need to move away from vague general statements. If the other person can't picture it in their mind's eye, if they're unable to kind of make it concrete, then it's too vague. And so again, what does fast mean? The other thing is, really, what do results mean? Right? Like, are people making an extra dollar a trade? Like, are people making big money? Or is it increasing results by 300%? Is it increasing results by 7%? What are results? And so, right, it's different if we said something like, and now it's delivering 200% profits in as little as 3 days, right, for traders around the world, right? That's very different. And that concrete specificity is what makes it believable. The other thing is, for traders around the world, that's not, it's not horrific. I've used phraseology like that myself, but when possible, I would give specifics. So oftentimes you'll hear me, like when I talk about our clients, I'll say things like, we've got clients in 44 different countries in well over 200 different market verticals and niches. Right? And so 44 different countries, right? So specifics, even if this is only being used in 8 different countries, 3 different countries, 4 different countries, you're better off saying it, because again, something like, and now it's delivering 200% profits in as little as 3 days for traders in over 14 different countries, feels like, right, it's believable because it's credible, because it's specific, and specifics are convincing. And so hopefully that makes sense over here. And so for the what was I going to say? For this testimonial right here, in a few days a week, I had roughly 200 trading strategies. That's why I think you said robust trading strategies, because it really is about the quantity and depth of these trading strategies that are being created. But if possible, I would get the image of this gentleman over here rather than this, right? Because these are this is or I would have this, and I would have the gentleman's image if possible, when possible. And so the next thing is this. So over here, these bullets. So let's just take a quick look at this. So Novartis, the world's 5th largest independent biotech company, is using a cutting edge and cost-effective technique called combination screening to discover a constant stream of new groundbreaking medicines. This little-known combination screening technique has now been successfully adapted to trading by European hedge fund managers to create a constant stream of new robust trading strategies. Busy traders starving for time can now build profitable trading strategies for the futures or stock markets, like these actual breakout strategies from Oliver from Germany using this process. This is okay, but you see this over here. These bullets, which are focused on what it is that, first of all, let me say this: these don't need to be presented in bullets, right? Because these really aren't bullets. These should just really be in paragraphs. But the thing that that I would do, Thomas, is I would take these bullets and I would move them up right here, right? So you've got new combination screening technique builds blah, blah, blah. Now it's delivering blah, blah, blah. the testimonial over here, and then I would have this, and this is where you want exactly what it is that you have right here, right? On this free on your free on this free online training, you'll discover how any trader can easily adapt combination screening to build profitable algorithmic trading strategies for futures and stock markets fast. Boom. See, that's a benefit, right? That's like, right? And then another benefit. And another, what you want to do is up in the lead, and there is a lead on an opt-in page, is you want to tell them how their life is going to be better from attending the webinar. Like, right? It's right on this webinar, you're going to learn how to do blah, 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 so that you can. And you're going to learn this so that you can. And you're going to learn this so that you can, right? So you've just got to like, and this is good. And so I would move this up. I think that we could do a better job here. Like what I would ask you, like, so we've got how any trader can easily adapt combination screening to blah, blah, blah. The exact steps to start developing profitable breakout trading strategies today using this groundbreaking process. It's kind of the same bullet really as this, just said a little differently. The unique 4E breakout development formula to automatically create robust breakout strategies while you're sleeping. This one is okay only because you said while you're sleeping. But what you really want to think about, Thomas, is what are the other benefits of this new combination screening, right? It's not just that it builds robust trading strategies, right? That's what's the benefit of having robust training strategies, right? There's got to be something: bigger wins, wins more often, less losing trades, more compounding over time, the pride of finally having, being a rock solid trader, accumulating money, more and more money every week and month, right? Like what you've got to think about is what are the other benefits, and that's what you want to have here, right? Like, so it's how any trader can easily adapt combination screening to build profitable algorithmic trading strategies for futures and the stock markets fast, right? How to make money while you sleep using the 4E breakout development formula that automatically hands you breakout trading moves. And let me just say this: when you're talking about the same thing, like you have trading strategies. We've got trading strategies over here. You want to change it up. What's another way to say trading strategies, right? Like, trading moves, profitable trades, like change it up a little bit, even if you're talking about the same thing. But what you want to do is you want to take these bullets and you want to move them up here, right? And like I said, I would have this. You can make the changes get a little bit more specific. I'd have the button right here, right here. I'd condense the white space a little bit above this and below this because you don't need all of this white space over here. Have the button, register your seat for this free training right now. Underneath, have this little section on this free training. You'll discover ... and then have 3, 4, 5 different bullets. The last bullet should always be something like and much more. And then underneath that, you could have a section that says something like, how, why traders are banking so much more money with combination screening. And then you could have these 3 paragraphs kind of giving a little backdrop with this image, and then you have another button. Another button. I would also take this. See the traders in this free training have been featured. I would just move these. I'd move these up. Move these up. You can move these up to the top. You don't even have to say anything like, the traders in this free online training have been featured in, or you can just say, right, we've been featured on, and have this, have that up at the top to give credibility right away. And so that is what it is that I would recommend you do here. I don't think that you don't need this image right here. I found myself clicking on this and plus, you've got this already in the copy and whatnot, and so you don't need this. And so that's what I would change. About this. But I love the work that you've done, man. You're moving, this is obviously not an easy topic to talk about. It's not a simple, straightforward topic like, a mealtime tool for better eating. But I think that you're moving in a great direction and you're getting it. I can see in what it is that you've submitted, the different variations, the iteration of this. I can see how your thinking has evolved, man. And it's great. It's like, I love seeing it, right? And so I think that you're very, very close. I would take what it is that I shared with you and roll with it, and then start testing, right? Like, that's the key. Start testing, get it out there, get some data. And then what we can do is we can come back in and start making tweaks once we've got that base level data, like I talked about at the beginning of the call. And so there you go. Let's go on to the next submission. So let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And I believe that this is the last submission. And this is from Michael. And he said, I'd like feedback on my MVF, revised based on Todd's suggestions, made it more readable, added photos, added more detail to the offer. Is it good to go? Also, would also appreciate suggestions for how to make a Facebook ad based on this MVF. I'll give you my feedback on the ad, but what I would tell you, Michael, is that is a Damien question for sure. He eats, sleeps, and breathes Facebook. He's in Facebook running ads, I would say probably 3 to 4 hours every day. And so he knows what language works best and what is compliant. With that being said, I'll still tell you when we are done here. So I had the chance to review this, and I like it. First of all, I think that, right, like, if you could give life-saving American medical care to a dying child for $120, would you? I think that is an insanely powerful question. I think that it's compelling. I'm not sure I like the way it's laid out here. I don't know how it would look on a laptop. Certainly I would, I think that you could make this smaller, meaning I think that we could probably get this on 2, maybe 3 lines. And the reason why I would want to do that is because I would want to bring the image up. And so, right, like, if I can see this, if you could give life-saving American medical care to a dying child for $120, would you? And then to see this, to me, is I'm already like, let me see what this is about. And so I would tell you, the thing to understand is this, and this is for Michael and this is for everybody. You want, like, when possible, you want, I don't want to say as much above the fold as possible, but you don't want somebody to have to scroll. And so I would, you could, like I said, put this on 3 lines, and then move up the, then the image will come up. And I think that, man, that'd be a powerful section above the fold. And so now let's just go through some of the copy. First of all, the layout of the copy is definitely better. You don't have to, like, do something like this. You don't have to have literally just 1 line like this, but it's certainly a heck of a lot better than it was. And so if I had my choice, I'm going to certainly go with this. I like the white space a lot better. The thing that you just want to be careful with, and this goes for everybody, so this isn't, a Michael thing, is you just want to be careful that you don't have so much of this that it starts to get blinding, where it looks the same over and over. And so, right, there's nothing wrong with having, let's say, if these children had been operated on as infants, as they are in America, they would be leading normal, healthy lives. Like, that could be one, there's nothing wrong with that, because that breaks it up. So the thing that you don't want, what you don't want to do, it's kind of funny how we went from one extreme to another. And if, like I said, if I had my choice, I'm going to take this over the way it was before, where it was just massive chunks of paragraphs and text. But what you don't want is you don't want no variation. Like, so, right, we've got this. It becomes monotonous on the eye. And so you want some single sentence paragraphs. You want some where they're two lines. You want some where it's three words. You want variation as well as white space.